Joining Windows 2022 member servers to an Active Directory domain. First, let's give the member server a compatible static IP address so it will not depend on a DHCP server. We want to configure the IP address of a domain controller hosting the Active Directory integrated DNS service as the primary DNS server of our Windows 2022 member server. If you want to modify the hostname of the 2022 member server, it's a good idea to do it now and reboot before joining the Active Directory domain. Let's make sure we can connect to the domain controller and ADI DNS. Are there 4 uninterrupted echo replies? Then we have a good, solid connection. Now let's check DNS forwarding. Using the domain controller alone for our member server's DNS, can we resolve external queries? Now we are ready to join the member server to the Active Directory domain. Remember that you must be signed in or running the process as an account that has domain admin privileges, or at least an account delegated privileges to join computers to the domain. Let's go to our domain controller and look at the account we will use in ADUC to make sure that it has the required privileges to join a device to the domain. We have verified that the account we want to use to join the 2022 member server to the Active Directory domain has the necessary privileges. So let's go back to the member server and do this thing. Notice now that on the member server you can sign in both locally using the prefix //, and you may also sign into the domain itself. Now notice on the domain controller in Active Directory that a computer account object has been created in the computer ZOE. Every device that joins the domain will create a corresponding account in AD this way. Now let's join a Windows 11 workstation to our Active Directory domain. First things first, this abominably positioned start menu has to move left. For a Windows 11 workstation, you can assign it a static IP, or allow it to lease an IP address dynamically through a DHCP server. This is one of our 2022 Active Directory domain controllers. Whether by static IP or DHCP, clients will need to use this domain controller's IP address as their primary DNS server to connect to the global catalog and find objects in AD. Back on our Windows 11 workstation, let's use the IP address of the domain controller for the DNS server in the same router gateway address.